One of the best parts of my job is when we have some of those very young children that really have not heard the world around them. Once we put the hearing devices on them, their eyes get big, their eyes light up, and they smile and they look around and are amazed. Without what I do day to day, those kids wouldn't have that. And so it's really rewarding to be able to provide that for families.
I work as a barista and I make sandwiches and coffee. When people come in here, they're in pain. They have loved ones who are suffering. And so I want to be an instrument where they would have a little bit of an easy time. So when they go home, they remember that it was not as bad being in the hospital. It's not just making coffee. I am there for a reason. To be there to serve people, to be there to help people, to give a little bit of hope maybe sometimes when people are in pain. That's my reason.
When a woman comes in for a screening mammogram, they're often very nervous. Lots of times they just getting it done because the doctor told them to. I picture myself, me being in that position. I picture my sister or my mom or a very good friend being in that position. And when they leave here, they say, oh, that wasn't so bad. I'm gonna call and make sure I get you next year. And just knowing that they're gonna come back the following year, I know that I've done my job well.
We had a child come in after a traumatic event, and we wanted to do something wonderful for the family who decided to donate his organs. Our greatest fear was that only 10, 20 people would show up.
And then people started showing up, and then kept showing up.
You could hear a pin drop.
And I took a deep breath and saw that bed move down that hallway, and I saw those parents behind that bed, and it was such a beautiful moment.
I heard the story about a first responder who had an AED in his trunk and was able to actually save a life. We just replaced all our AEDs in the hospital. What if there's a way that I can help them by donating these to the first responders and hope that they can save some lives with it? I have loved ones in the community. If something was to ever happen to one of them and they didn't make it because they didn't have an AED, then I would feel horrible. If it saves one life, then my job is accomplished, because that's what it's all about.
So Hopi Healthcare is in the middle of a very rural, desolate area. Some folks there live very much like we would imagine 100 years ago. Bud presented a need for an air medical base on the Hopi Reservation. Almost immediately, we were able to realize that it was the right decision. The patients saw better outcomes almost day one.
We say we want to be involved in the community. This is where we put our money where our mouth is, right? We say, but we did it. We really did it.
Bud really made a difference in the lives of many, many people through this.
What I see in my patients is motivation to get back to what they used to do. They are grieving for that past life. I see them leave like they're more empowered, like they're ready to go, they're not afraid. I think they feel that they have a team of people working for them, and that's so important. If I can keep patients doing what they love to do, that's the best part of physical therapy.
It's almost normal to see someone with no one at bedside, but those lonely patients, they tend to weigh on my heart a little bit because I would love to just be in there and chat and they just want to talk to someone and have someone listen, but it's hard when you have so many other people to take care of. We are meant to take care of each other. It's not just the nurse's job or the doctor's job. As a community, it's our job to come together and care for one another. And I think this is a really raw, unedited way to just help someone.